afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon.
When this news came out in 3, 2, 1, the texts started flying. This is the government changing the rules simply because they can't get one over the other. This is a money thing. This is that. Is there anything in science that says it's okay to mix and match these two products?
It is 100% okay. We're not even talking about the AstraZeneca plus Pfizer mixing, which was the biggest mix and match ordeal of the last few weeks, which is fine as well. We're talking about mixing and matching two almost identical vaccines. They're not precisely identical, but they're almost identical. It's been likened to Coke and Pepsi. Some people can taste the difference, okay, but they both get the same job done. So they use the same technology, it's just a slight difference. And frankly, the only noticeable difference is in side effects. So Moderna has maybe a few more side effects, and so it's slightly less tolerated. But they are completely scientifically interchangeable if the discussion here is about whether or not one can be boosted by the other.
Is there an issue for teenagers under the age of 18 when it comes to maybe not getting that Pfizer shot? What do they do now?
Well, that's an interesting point because I don't think Moderna has been cleared yet for the younger people in this country. And it's likely, though, that we may see guidance saying that for young people, only one shot is indicated anyway. That's what Israel is doing because there is this very rare situation of myocarditis that's been observed amongst young teen boys. And it is almost entirely observed in the second shot. So Israel is recommending only one shot for young people, and Canada might follow suit. And if that's the case, then this is a done deal anyway.
And we should say that Moderna did ask Health Canada, I believe it's just over a week ago, for approval in younger children. So that may be forthcoming. At this point, we don't know. But if it means that, like in my family, we changed my son's Pfizer appointment, which wasn't until the 23rd of July, up to the 23rd of June to get Moderna. And that saves A, he gets a second shot faster, and B, it saves a Pfizer shot for perhaps a kid that's between 12 and 17. Not a bad theory.
100%. And if it was me, for example, my first shot was Pfizer. If I was offered a booster of Moderna today, I would jump at it. So, slightly different for teenagers, I'm sure. But in general, I think if you have the option of taking a Moderna booster from a Pfizer Prime, I would jump at it.
183 new cases in Manitoba today, 90 in Winnipeg. The test positivity rate going down, 8.5% in Winnipeg. We still have high hospitalizations, 266, 80 in intensive care. What's the situation, Raywat, like in Ontario?
It's getting not really good, but it's improving faster than many people thought. We have some major hospitals reporting no COVID cases at all since March of last year, and that's an important milestone to have reached. Cases are dropping fast, test positivity rate is dropping fast. Even space in the hospital is opening up a bit faster than I would have predicted. However, that's not to say that everything is clear and done. The rate of case growth amongst the Delta variant is exponential. So the R is greater than 1 amongst that subset of cases. What that tells us is we got to keep vaccinating. That has to be our way forward because 2 doses gives very strong protection against Delta. And if we get that done, we are done with this thing once and for all.
Oh, I just like to revel in that done once and for all. Although we'll miss your chats, Raywat.
We'll talk about something else.
I think that's where... Okay. Perfect. We could talk about the hate that epidemiologists get on Twitter, which appears to be almost as virulent as the virus itself. But it has been difficult for people. And you must appreciate that it is difficult when the goalposts are constantly changing, when it's not something that people deal with in their professional lives like you do, for example.
100%. And to me, the reminder is we need to re-inoculate the world, pun intended, with an understanding of science and how science works. Not just the facts of the world, but also how we discover those facts. And I'm fond of telling my students that we should hang a plaque in front of the door that says, this is true until further notice, meaning that as more evidence comes in, we reassess what the appropriate boundaries of truth are. So that's why there's been so many changes this past year. This is all very, very new, and we assess the evidence as it comes in.
He's a University of Ottawa epidemiologist. He's also a whiz with the Instapot in the kitchen, making vegetarian dishes and vegan dishes. Raywat Deonandan, hopefully we'll be able to talk to you about cooking down the road ahead. In the meantime, thanks for doing this.
Thank you.